has landed herself a new, very high-profile position, and I've been wondering when this was going to happen. I knew at some point, somewhere, with some miscellaneous media outlet, Caitlin Clark would get a gig, and now we know where that gig's going to be, when that gig's going to be.
Caitlin Clark just pulled off a move nobody saw coming. Not ESPN, not Turner, NBC Sports, and not just any NBC slot. She's joining their flagship basketball program. The timing is telling, revealing exactly where the real power in women's basketball now resides. With the WNBA Players Union threatening to sit out the 2026 season amid stalled CBA talks, Clark has locked in a deal that keeps her in the spotlight through the offseason, guaranteeing her brand stays unstoppable, no matter what happens on the court.
You know, I don't know how much. There's no CBA right now. And this, of course, would run through, let's see, what, at least May, in theory. I don't know. We don't have any dates that stretch that far yet. I still think they're going to get this.
February 1st marks Caitlin Clark's explosive debut as an NBC analyst. She'll step in just before the Lakers tip off against the Knicks at Madison Square Garden, one of the biggest stages in basketball. She's back on March 9th for another prime matchup, Thunder vs. Knicks. These aren't just games, they're marquee NBA events. NBC is putting a WNBA star with zero prior TV experience alongside Hall of Famers, and make no mistake, this isn't a trial run. It's a bold declaration of her star power and massive drawing ability.
There is a new CBA agreed upon. Before then, again, I've told you guys, I've got the over-under on February 15th. I just have a feeling. That's just my gut feeling that when push comes to shove, again, I believe a lot of players.
What makes this situation truly fascinating is timing. The WNBA's collective bargaining agreement expires in October 2025, and players are already weighing the possibility of sitting out if their demands aren't met. Meanwhile, Caitlin Clark has secured an income that carries her through May 2026. Whether the WNBA season even happens, she has Team USA commitments in March for World Cup qualifiers, her NBC analyst role extending through the spring, and a level of influence that exists entirely beyond the union's control.
We want to sign the deal. But that long wait doesn't mean Caitlin Clark has been away from the game. In fact, she notably suited up for USA Basketball Training Camp in December, has expressed her dedication for participating in all-team USA events with FIBA World Cup looming in September and qualifiers taking place in March. So she has and will get the needed reps before finally taking the floor again with the Fever. In the meantime, she will be keeping.
NBC didn't bring Caitlin Clark on simply to analyze basketball. They brought her on because she drives results. Just as Sunday Night Football is the network's flagship, with Football Night in America setting the stage, NBC is now launching Basketball Night in America using the same winning formula. Clark will sit alongside Maria Taylor, Carmelo Anthony, Vince Carter, Tracy McGrady, and Reggie Miller, not as a token addition, but as a peer among legends, a clear statement that she belongs at the top of the conversation.
Wow. So this would be akin to, they have Sunday Night Football, and it starts with a pregame show called Football Night in America. I didn't know they were creating Basketball Night in America. But here,
think about what NBC is truly gaining with this move. The network just secured the NBA broadcasting rights for the 2025-26 season and continues to air WNBA games. Now, they've added the one player capable of connecting both fan bases to their team. Caitlin Clark can attract casual viewers to women's basketball while also bringing WNBA fans over to NBA coverage. This isn't just about her exceptional basketball IQ. It's about her rare talent for making people genuinely invested in the game.
Despite his limited role, simply having Jordan as part of the coverage created buzz. NBC is surely hoping Caitlin Clark's involvement will do the same. Of course, Caitlin Clark is expected to offer unique insights in assuming the analyst role for the first time, and her basketball IQ cannot be questioned. So the transition will be a seamless one for the Indiana Fever's star point guard. NBC will also have WNBA coverage for the upcoming 2026 season, so Caitlin Clark will surely appear.
Sam Flood, NBC's executive producer, described Caitlin Clark as one of the most captivating players and dynamic scorers in all of basketball. Not just women's basketball, but basketball, period. That distinction is crucial because it shows exactly how NBC plans to position her. She isn't being presented as a novelty or a diversity hire. She's being showcased as someone who understands the game at the highest level and can communicate it clearly to viewers. The timing makes this move even more significant. Clark's 2025 season ended in July due to injury, and the 2026 WNBA season doesn't start until May, leaving a potential 10-month gap. During that period, she remains visible, relevant, and well-compensated through endorsements, USA basketball commitments, and now this NBC role, while many other WNBA players face limited off-season earning opportunities.
Over here, this is the official from NBC Sports, the press release. And it basically does say the same thing. However, Caitlin Clark is going to join the studio team of Maria Taylor. She also hosts Football Night in America with Chris Sims and Mike Florio, Rodney Harrison, Tony Dungy, and Jason Garrett. Carmelo Anthony, Vince Carter, and Tracy McGrady for
The upcoming CBA negotiations are expected to be intense, with players pushing for higher salaries, better travel conditions, expanded rosters, and a larger share of league revenue. Owners, on the other hand, are likely to point to attendance and TV ratings, arguing that much of the recent growth is driven by a select few stars, Caitlin Clark being Exhibit A. In just one season, she transformed the Indiana Fever from an afterthought into must-watch television, a reality recognized by NBC, ESPN, and every team owner in the league. By placing her on their flagship basketball show before she has ever worked as a professional analyst, NBC is making a calculated bet. Her name recognition and loyal fan base will translate off the court, drawing viewers who follow her playing career and giving their basketball coverage an added level of legitimacy that advertisers highly value.
That's very interesting. By the way, you can watch these online at Peacock, on the Peacock app, which is NBC's official app out there, and I've got it because, well, there's some decent stuff on Peacock. There's movies, there's a couple of old series I watch on there, and WWE Saturday Night Main Event is